well for just the first day.
And to follow up on that, actually, one thing we should mention as well in the difference between those numbers, that Tensa, he got knocked out. Their team got knocked out really badly in match 3, and yet he's still able to compete against the top fraggers in the league. Let's take a look though at ERANGEL. We're gonna be hopping straight into this in just a few moments. And of course, Seven, I want you to give some newbie tips to players out there who might be casual, looking to get into competitive, going on to this map. What do you think are some of the highlights for you?
Some of the things that I'm actually going to give, if this is your first time ever playing PUBG Mobile, well, what a way to start in ERANGEL. That is the staple map of the game. Now, there's 2 strategies that you can definitely go ahead and try it out. You can maybe go ahead and land somewhere where the playing path is very far away from. That way you can get a time to loot and you don't feel uncomfortable getting into a fight right away. But if you actually want to just go ahead and improve your skill, besides the training room that we do have in PUBG Mobile, you can actually go ahead and hot drop. And I would say hot drop now because we do have this cool mode where your rank is not going to be affected. So go ahead and hop in PUBG Mobile, hot drop, and just try to get used to everything going on around you, hearing all those gunshots, seeing the footsteps on the minimap, all the fun stuff that the map and the game gives you.
And we got to point out really quickly before we do hop in the game, make sure you guys follow us on Esports PUBG Mobile, as well as these 2 fine people. Obviously, if you go to Esports PUBG Mobile, you can see what's happening in the East League as well as the West. Maybe some highlights come in there, some overall standings. Anything you need to know will be there, as well as that 8-part documentary series. Now, we're getting close to launching off our first match. I want to start hearing some predictions here out of you guys. Let's start off with you, Glitter. What team are you backing for match number 1?
It's the first match of the day is always the hardest because it's not like they've got any momentum and everybody's a little bit cold right now, but we probably should at least be looking out for Wildcard. They did win the first ERANGEL yesterday. They're still playing in today. So, and they're at the top of the leaderboard. I think I'm going to be keeping an eye out for Wildcard on our first map.
All right.
Fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and go with Loops.
Really?
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Loops.
Open for the comeback.
I'm going to put myself out there really quick. I'm going to say it's going to be footballers to win this one. And I'm sorry if you're a footballers fan and they end up getting knocked out early.
You're going to die first.
I hope not, guys. We're going to have to talk to you later on after the match. So get out of here, take a quick break, and we'll obviously talk while we get to watch the match together. We need to bring in our commentators. We can't do this without them. Can I somehow summon a Mr. Hot Jukes and a Mr. Mustache Dave? There they are. How are you guys doing, Hot Jukes? You're looking fantastic. I'm curious how the hell you were able to sleep last night with how much energy you have.
I couldn't do it. I was up all night just thinking about some amazing PUBG Mobile. Also about, the team that we're putting together. I had to do some leg workouts. I got my backpack ready to carry us to good old-fashioned last place. I'm ready to get it. Let's go today.
Well, I can tell you this, one man who I know can do workouts, it's Mustache Dave. Why don't you guys take us away and get us into our first match of the day?
Game number 1, and Jason is not wrong. I'm in the gym 24/7, gotta stay fit, gotta stay healthy. So looking over here, game number 1, the plane is in the air. You heard the devs. They were talking about Wildcard, they were talking about Tempo, they were talking about Loops, but Hot Juice, who do you want to talk about?
Oh, dude, I'm going to talk about the fans, I want to talk about the fans today because they're the ones that are going to be winning after watching all this insane PUBG Mobile action. Now, remember, this is chill. This is relaxed right now because it's just a seeding to find out who's going to play. We don't have anything insane on the line, but what is on the line are these spots. Finding out that your location is safe, that nobody else goes to it right now. And you can see Wildcard going to their usual Severny and nobody deciding to engage with them right now. But one spot I'm really looking at is going to be Pachinki right now because Tempo Storm, that's where they normally like to go. And we saw them get hot drop before. I wonder if that's going to be something that we're going to see again right now, but it doesn't look like it, Dave.
Yeah, if I can recall, they got hot dropped yesterday, and I believe they came out on top. They came out on top of that one, and yeah, looking around, you got the Knights. They're going to be, just parachuting right on above them. You see footballists down there in the military base island. Yesterday, game 1, we also had B4. B4, they are going to be sitting out this one. And circle number 1 up there to the north. Looks like a pretty decent circle if you are a Wildcard.
Oh yeah, if you're Wildcard, you're sitting pretty right now because you're up north. This is a really easy rotation path for them. They're going to know where pretty much everybody else is at. So I think they're going to have a really solid advantage. And for anybody that's kind of just watching competitive PUBG Mobile, usually those teams that land in the center of the map, like Tempo and Pachinki, they're going to have the biggest advantage because no matter where that first circle goes, they're going to have the quickest rotation to it most likely. So Wildcard landing so far north, the last thing they want on this planet is a military circle. They do not want to go all the way down to that bridge. So it deciding to go towards that North Severny is really good for them.
Exactly. And, you know, talking about teams, you know, this is a repeat from yesterday. I believe it was game number 5. Alpha Legends, they were in Yasnaya. Dream Eaters were on the outskirts. If you can recall, 2 of the Dream Eaters, they were kind of pinned down between those hay bales. And it does look like Dream Eaters, they somehow managed to make it into Yasnaya this time around. And once again, I mean, these 2 squads looking to possibly get into an early engagement.
Well, you know, that's the thing is that Yasnaya, there's plenty enough to share. But at the same time, though, these guys don't want to share. As you can see, KHK Dami putting on some work onto Konina Power right now. And I think that they're just going to try and get out of here alive. Look at that, using the Serpentine strat. Oh, yeah, getting out by the skin of their
pot shots, for sure. I mean, just, you know, making sure that Konina Power, they know, okay, we're here. Don't be pushing us. We have better loot than you. We have better weapons than you. And, yeah, that's going to set Konina Power off to a rough start. I mean, we see him with a couple pump action shotguns. We already see, you know, the health extremely low. And unfortunate for them, going right towards Kevin from Yala with that scar. And, hey, that is 1 point in the bank for Yala Esports.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere after that knock right there. Really tough break for Konina Power. And in this kind of situation, it's really tough to see because, I mean, when you get kind of caught out like that, you're just trying to get loot and get set up for the game. And right now you can see Konina Power is just stuck, just trying to figure out a spot, but everything's taken nearby. So they're in a, real tough break for them here in the first match of the evening.
Another big fight happening. I mean, I'm surprised that we are still witnessing, you know, these squads kind of fight it out for these drop locations over here. I mean, this is day number 2, and as the desk said, as you mentioned, this is only for seeding. Like, there's no money online. It's just to get that seeding, just to stake your claim on your drop spots. And looking right here, Frag Machines looks like they're going to be squaring off against Team Queso. You got Marco on the outskirts of this. We saw him just a moment ago. Marco tossing some smokes in there to block those sight lines from this individual from Frag Machines. And here comes the push from Yala, from Marco. You got Axel on the first floor. Man, Freak it's a 1v3 for Freak.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble right now. He's got that Uzi out right now, pre-firing, switching guns, just trying to do all he can. But that 1v3, not much you could really do right there. And that's why, you know, Team Queso, they recognized 1 player's there, use their number advantage, run in on full force, and yeah, not much you can do if you're in the single player in that position.
Not only that, you can see the anger and the aggression right there. What was there? There's 3 members of Team Queso. That enemy was already down, and they all just shot at him regardless to make sure that they get the message. You know, Frag Machines, do not come here anymore. Hopefully you learned your lesson. Frag Machines, they were like involved yesterday. They were in so many fights, so many engagements. Definitely one of the more consistent teams when it comes to day number 1 of the opening weekend. But checking back on over here, we mentioned them earlier on, getting a rough start. Konina Power still out there, still trying to find a foothold right now.
And all they're looking for is just some loot, you know, a position to call their own, and they just cannot find it. Looks like they have another member knocked right now in Anas, and he's going to have a tough time trying to get picked up in this situation. They're going to try to get this knock here to kind of open up the fight for them, but man, they don't really have enough angles to really get that knock.
Not a lot of angles, not a lot of gear, you know, everything, utility, everything is going to be extremely low. I mean, we're only 5 minutes into this map over here. Looks like one of the members from Konina Powers is going to be pushing on up with that US, getting ultra aggressive, swapping on over to that Uzi, and Xana in the warehouse right now. Gonna have to fight. It's going to be a 2v1. Xana trying to prep these grenades, definitely hears all that commotion outside.
I think that they recognize that he's by himself right here. So they're opting to push him and try to get that loot that they really, really need. Xana with a really great nade right here. Gets the 2v1. Oh, but gets caught in the back right there. Great effort from Xana right there, but not much you could really do when you got a full squad of Konina Power coming after you.
Yeah, not only that, this was the story yesterday. Oh, Zero's actually going to be coming on in. I mean, knowing that there's 2 members knocked down for Konina Power, I feel like this is the play. So, Zero going to be prepping this grenade. Those revives were successful. Here comes the first grenade. That one should be good. Oh, but Zero! Wow, not expecting that one. And here comes the last remaining member coming for that support from Yala Esports.
God, KONINA Power waiting for that one right there. They seem to have that nade cocked back ready and loaded, and they threw it really quick. Great pre-nade coming from KONINA Power.
Oh, the double.
Oh my goodness.
Gonzo push on out from KONINA Power.
The
There
4v1.
goes another one, and now it's just a 1v1 over here in farm. And KONINA Power, they're able to get the victory when it comes to this fight. They should be able to get the revives, but my goodness, I mean, just talk about all the utility, talk about all the ammunition, just this fight in general. I mean, we're only 7 minutes into the game.
Are you kidding me? That was so close right there. One member from Yala almost got the 1v4 in that situation. Had the Uzi out. Unfortunately, not able to get that last member from KONINA Power. Really fortunate, of course, if you are KONINA Power to be able to get out of there alive. Now you're going to have your whole team up. But man, that was way too close for comfort.
Exactly. I mean, and Yala, I mean, I was going to say, like, it's the same story from yesterday. Like, every single game, they always had just a duo up, you know. They lose, too, really early on. And that's something that they should be working on, of course, you know, moving on into the World League. But today, only for seeding, so maybe they're just trying to, you know, flex a little bit and show their dominance. And regardless, you know, they put up a fight, and I wouldn't doubt if we continue to see them putting up fights here. And talking about fights, looks like the Knights going to be pulling on that west side of Yesnaya, looking to get some picks of their own.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to spot somebody out. We're going over to Loops and Team Queso. Two dominant teams from South America right here. In my opinion, the two best going at it right now.
That's a big one.
Big nade.
All right. Yep, getting tossed right over the head. But you know what? We got more grenades. And here comes the smokes. Here comes the grenades, just kind of going back and forth. Carrillo definitely waiting for the support from their squad mates. Ayala was able to get revived. And we see Becker all the way out there in the vehicle coming up to give a lending hand over here.
Oh, yeah, but it looks like Team Queso is opting to disengage from this one, which is pretty smart because, to be honest, there's no real need to get into these kind of early fights. You just kind of want to get loot, hopefully get a good position, and save the fighting in the late game. You know, unless, of course, there's no choice and you have to. But, yeah, Team Queso opting to play it safe, go for points, and I think that that's probably the best decision considering you're going against Loops, the team that actually won the Pro League in the Americas.
Yeah, I mean, they dominated throughout the whole. I don't even think they slipped underneath that top 5 position. And, you know, even if they had a rough game, they had a bunch of kills to kind of keep them afloat here. So definitely a squad to watch out for. Talking about watching out, KHK Esports taking some more shots on Nova out here with that DP, just inflicting as much damage as possible. And Nova Esports currently looking to find a place to call their own.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take this hill right from across Yesnaya field. A really, really good spot. And you can see right now Pittsburgh Knights also kind of, everybody right now is just trying to get as central as possible because that's going to make it a lot easier for them if that zone decides to hard shift right now. But you can see Faker from Alpha Legends putting some shots down saying, hey, we're over here. Don't come nearby. Stick over there, you know, and we'll fight each other later on. But, you know, some good old warning shots coming out from both these squads.
Yeah, warning shots, exactly, for now. I mean, hopefully they don't need to get extremely close to one another moving forward. But Lutz, you know, talking about getting extremely close, making the pull up here with the vehicle will be connected on. So there goes one already for the side of Footballists. And KONINA Powers, I mean, just non-stop violence since the drop from the plane. Gonzo all the way out there on the high ground, overlooking this, continuing to just pepper down the Footballists. And I gotta say, I mean, the Footballists, extremely aggressive squad, but I don't feel like Lutz had that support with that push right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was just a miscommunication or what exactly happened. But man, yeah, he ended up pushing on his own and got caught. But moving over, we got KHK and Nova Esports getting at it right now. Octavian got an angle.
Nice angle right there, able to connect onto AZ. Not only that, I love the synergy going on right now for KHK. I mean, yes, they have the squad mate down. Yes, they just got thirsted, but they're kind of baiting them out right now. Now they're only the last 2 remaining members alive. They're looking to continue to get some kills over here. Sheepin on that roof, but that roof, I mean, the sight lines from the roof to the hill, I have to say the hill is a better position out of the 2.
It's a really good spot. The only unfortunate thing is they don't have the numbers, though. But it looks like we are switching over back and forth between Tempo and SWAT 69 right now. Really interesting fights going on, as we can see on the bottom right of our screen by these yellows right here. Really close fight. But yeah, if you're KHK, you're in a tough position. Yeah, you got that first knock, but it doesn't look like you're able to get the thirst. You're not going to get another member, and you only have 2 people up. So I think you'd be really, you have to play it aggressive. You don't want them to push up on you. So just try to use that position the best you can. And then hopefully, as soon as that circle changes, you got to get going instantly.
Yeah, talk about pushing. It looks like HH24 looking to make a push of their own. 2 members for SWAT 69 bleeding on out. Only is Solo left, able to get the revive. HH will be recognizing the situation. Scar in hand. Trying to get a little closer. I mean, 1 grenade could get the double over here. SWAT 69 looking to make the comeback over here. Looking to retaliate against the duo. Left up alive from Tempo. Storm and like a spec with that alternate angle. And man, it is just crumbling in front of their eyes right now for SWAT 69 as the duo, Spec and HH, are just starting.
Wow, what a shot
right
from
there.
Spec. Look at that.
They played that one. They played that one well.
Spec threaded the needle in between those 2 boards, able to get that last kill on the SWAT 69. And they had to. They had no real choice in that situation, especially considering they only had 2. But, you know, during those entire fights, the circle has shifted up into the north, and it's going to be really tough to get there because there's only really 1 bridge from the south side, so everybody's going to have to rotate north through Yasnaya, and while you do that, you're going to cross a lot of teams, so it's not going to be an easy rotation for any of these squads, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, only 1 team, the wild card, of course, you know, Severny. They had to maybe move out of Severny just a tiny bit, you know. They didn't really have to do much over there. They're going to be sitting really well, looking to get some good finishes. So, Udyr Killers out there on the move. Loops, we see them with a nice little split over here, overlooking the town of Yasnaya as well. I mean, Alpha Legends, they have so many eyes on them. Yasnaya, yes, is still in this next zone, but it's probably not the best location to be in.
See how quick these teams are on the rotations right here, because, you know, we just saw earlier, Pittsburgh Knights actually had the same spots Loops did. As soon as that circle shifted, though, PK said, we're going to take off, find something more central. Loops found that open spot and decided to take it instead. So right now, it's just like a big old game of trading places right now between these squads.
Take what you can get. Exactly. I mean, just be thankful. So, talk about teams being thankful. Dream Eaters, you know, thankful that they weren't spotted on their rotation on out of Yasnaya by Alpha Legends, because yesterday Alpha Legends, they were putting up one heck of a fight, and, you know, unfortunate for Dream Eaters, they were on the tail end of that. But talking about teams making some interesting rotations all the way up here in Stalber, the blue zone starting to come on in right now. Football List 3 alive. They're going to find themselves in a possible drive-by situation.
On that wide rotate, just trying to play it extra safe right here. We do have some members from Frag Machine, though, waiting, putting some shots down. Oh, and from Udyr Killers as well. So it looks like Footballists opt to hit the eject button. They're in the circle now, and now it's time for them to gatekeep. Look at Hamidi. He's in the back, and they have no idea he's there.
Yeah, they're able to get right underneath that hill, keep those vehicles safe, keep those tires safe, and now they are returning the favor. The next zone does going up, so they're still going to be in it. They are still going to be in it to win it. Like you mentioned, Soulcade recognizing that there might be a solo right behind them, looking to prep some grenades, and Udyr Killers, they're going to use this moment to make the pull-up just a little closer on into the zone.
Yes, they are, and that zone rotation is going to be huge for these squads right here. Really a lucky break for Footballists, especially since they decided to do that wide rotate. Now, we saw Dream Eaters. They were on the far south position. They're going to have a tough time with this circle right here, especially considering that it's a very large hill, not a lot of cover left. So, man, we're going to see some insane fights coming up in the next few seconds, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, all these teams moving on out of Yasnaya. You got Dream Eaters, you got Alpha Legends, you got Nova, you got Loop. So you got 4 teams kind of with only 1 or 2 pathways to really make it on into this new zone. And like you said earlier on, the Knights already rotating, recognizing what position is best. And Loop's going to be making the pull-up onto the Knights right there. Dadden already going to be connected on. Gonna be bleeding on out. Carrillo trying to cook this grenade, trying to connect it onto J7. J7 gonna be taking just a little bit of damage, and Becker hot on the case over here. You know they want to get the revive onto Dadden, so they're being so aggressive to try to get this fight. Grenade exchange right through those windows, and from behind, Carnage getting a nice grenade onto HZL as well to kind of even the playing field. So they are all over the place right now, defending from all types of angles.
Man, look at that nade right there from Becker. These guys are so great at utilizing their kit to the best they possibly can. It's a real close one right now. Sixless, nothing he can really do with that situation, as good old-fashioned Nova coming in for the third party, pinching Pittsburgh Knights. Yeah. Really tough break for PK, but now it's Nova versus Loops.
Yeah, and this all kind of started, you know, all those teams in Yasnaya, there's not a lot of options for them to rotate on into, and, you know, the Knights, they're setting up for a nice little gatekeep, but maybe they didn't expect so many teams to pile in at the same exact time. Nova only 2 up, but they have 6 kills so far. So let's see if they can continue to get some more kills over here.
Molly
Easy is on fire. Man on fire, burning alive right there on that second story. Loops, they had to have known that they put in so much damage already on these 2 duos.
Loops so aggressive, man, and they're so good at utilizing their kit to the best of their advantage right now. Just trying to make it difficult.
Don't run through your own, though.
Caught.
Oh my goodness, forced to kind of push back down and let that one burn on out. Sheepfan's going to be holding the stairs, and here comes the smoke. So you got to assume like Sheepfan is bracing for impact right now, and at the same exact time in the opposite building, Carlito going to be making the push up, doing the pre-fire onto Easy. Easy returning the favor, but Loops, they have 2, and they're just going to storm the closet, and there goes Nova as well.
And Loops so aggressive. We've seen them being able to do similar plays like this throughout the entire tournaments that they played so far, working as a unit, utilizing all their kit. This is why they're considered, you know, one of the best teams in both North and South America right here. As you can see right now, we move over to Dream Eaters versus it with full Snake right now, just trying to be as sneaky as possible as he spots 2 members from Alpha Legends on the hill.
Yeah, and very challenging position that solo from Dream Eaters is currently finding themselves in. They have a little shadow, they have a little tree, but Alpha Legends are surrounding them right now. Nowhere for them to really move, so hopefully, you know, Alpha Legends will be easily distracted, and yeah, it does look like the Uter Killers will be taking the attention away from that solo.
Well, not just Uter Killers, it's also the zone. The zone just hard shifted completely away from both of these squads right now, so they're all having to run in. And this is always one of the most difficult parts about competitive PUBG Mobile, trying to get into the circle, and you have another full squad right beside you. It just makes it that much more difficult to get in.
Yeah, so we got Wildcard currently in front of this. It's going to be looking on over there. Looks like they have a shack to call their own. KONINA Powers also looking to make a rotate for the shack. Uter Killers, they have, 1 or 2 vehicles to kind of work with on this one as well. Faker tossing a smoke, and here it goes. 9, you know, 10 teams remaining here. Like you said, this push, I mean, there's like no cover.
No cover. Yeah, this is one of the most difficult zones to deal with, especially with all these teams here. We saw Acer and Sam both getting taken out right now. We see members from Tempo getting taken out. There's kills going all over the field as Faker tries to get the shot. Oh, they do get the blow up. Woo!
Yeah, we know Faker hits those from yesterday, right? So Faker's going to be putting a lot of damage on the vehicle, calling that one out to their squad mates to be able to finish this. And Slicky right now going to be observing and reporting right now as the squad of Loops kind of make that pass, and, you know, Slicky popping on out of that building, trying to take some shots, but their position 100% compromised right now.
Yeah, it looks like Wildcard ought to go for a 2-2 split in this situation, and Acer and Sam got caught out on their 2, so it's all up to Slicky and Spring to be able to hold this down, but it's not going to be easy considering that they got Loops right on top of them.
You got Loops, you got Footballist taking some shots as well. I mean, you got about 4 to 5 different teams on top of each other right now on the east side of this circle. Slicky's going to be cooking this grenade. Got to toss it right over that ledge onto Loops, and Loops, they're just bunkering down right now. They're actually going to hit the eject button, hop in that buggy, and say, see you later, as the smokes will be deployed, blocking the sight lines from Slicky.
And look, Kowski ends up catching Spring on the rotate in. Slicky from Wildcard, he's got 1 HP right now, hits the laydown.
Oh!
Survive, but here they go.
Oh, from the blue right there, trying to catch them off guard. So Loops, they got 2 up. They got 2 bleeding on out, and they're trying to get the finish on to Alpha Legends. And Alpha Legends, they have a nice little high ground. Loves it from Footballless. Now Alpha Legends, they're getting sandwiched right now by grenades.
My goodness, just grenades, smokes going out all over the place. There's no cover in this area right here. Everyone's trying to try. That's a great nade as they take out Alpha Legends right there. Loops and Footballless. Oh man, just laying down the punishment right there on the Alpha Legends.
See ya later. Now Loops, the objective, you want to get Becker up, you know, get your squad up. You already know Footballists are over here. You heard the shots, you heard the grenades, you saw the kill feed. So they might opt to just kind of share this high ground and focus on the enemies down below, as it does look like Footballists are going to be peeling off of that one. They got Team Queso in their sightlines. Team Queso in the zone, but it does look like KONINA Power trying to push on up, trying to toss some grenades into their little smoke dip that they got going on right now.
And KONINA Power, they were struggling off the start right now, but man, are they crushing it. 14 kills they have already, and they are sitting 15. Right in the center of the circle. That's, yeah, make that 15 right now. They are set up pretty for game number 1.
Man, 15 kills, and it is just beginning. Footballists tossing some long grenades up in the air, and 2 members, or 1 member, Marco, is going to be bleeding on out for Team K. So they all have their little separate shacks, little separate wooden shacks. I mean, smokes are everywhere. I can't even see who is where, and Love's in on the outskirts of this, trying to make the push on up. And not only that, the solo from Frag Machines trying to get involved as well, trying to get some points. I mean, they've been the solo for about 5 minutes now, and they're just like, okay, I'm going to toss a grenade, try to see what I can do over there. But this is all-out mayhem. Soul K, beautiful grenade. Marco knocked down once again, and yeah, now you see Soul K trying to get the finishes, trying to get the cleanups. There goes 2. Ayala is going to be knocked down as well. There goes Mystic as well. Footballists are just collapsing on this right now. Axel trying to stand their ground, and there they go. Footballists, 8 kills.
Footballists just pushing their way through Team Queso right there. Great play from them. KONINA Power, though, getting into it with Frag Machine. That's a big third-party opportunity for Footballists right here as they try to heal up and get ready for this next fight.
Yeah. Oh, Slicky with the spoiler right there. KONINA Powers. Ooh, they're going to be getting chunked down quite low. And Slicky right there on the edge. And you know, maybe Footballists saw that in the kill feed. They might know who's down below this hill, but regardless, this 3v3 is going to be heated.
And you got some 3 aggressive teams right here. You got KONINA Power, you got Loops, Footballists, all with 3 members up, and the solo from Slicky as well. I wonder where this next circle is going to go, and it's going to go in the favor of KONINA Power. It looks like Slicky's going to be in it as well. Really interested to see how this fight turns out.
Slicky big chillin' right now. Big chill. I mean, if you're solo, you have just been blessed. But KONINA Power spotting out that push, hearing the buggy on the side of Loops. They're going to be taking down 2 of them. And Footballists, they're trying to steal the kills.
KONINA Power getting the knock, and then Slicky playing spoiler on the back, almost a part of their squad right now. And you see some, we'll hit it.
Close. So, yeah, KONINA Powers, they got 2 up. Like you said, they got the zone. They just need to worry about Slicky. And talking about worrying, Gonzo, the snake from KONINA Powers, is going to be spawning out 3 members of Footballists. There goes 1 trying to get the spray on the second one, but the turnaround. Oh, man, 16 kills so far for the squad of KONINA Powers. And now they're making the push. They're trying to make that more, and they're taking down Footballists. 19 kills. I mean, they're on fire, unstoppable.
What a play from KONINA Power right there to leave 1 member all the way to the edge of the circle, laying down completely right there just to play spoiler from behind. What a play right here. There's a big nade. It looks like it's going to be good. Will it hit? Oh.
Little damage right there, Slicky. So I do believe Loops, they are aware of Slicky's position. And as I say that,
Slicky
I might be wrong. Yeah, Slicky's gonna be popping up real quick. Not only that, getting the knock, trying to get the thirst, not able to do so. But KONINA Powers, they smell the blood right now. 19 kills so far. You got Becker bleeding on out. That could be 20. And if they can land the final kill onto Kowalski, that will be 21 kills, setting the record here so far for the West League. And here comes the pull-up. Kowalski with that 1v3.
And that's it.
That's it. That's it, baby. 21 kills. KONINA Powers. This is a squad that a lot of people have been, talking to me about, have been DMing me about. Yesterday, we didn't see much from them. But today, game 1, oh, this is what you like to see.
Are you kidding me right here? KONINA Power putting up some insane kills. The most I think we've seen by far here in the West League, but even in past tournaments as well. What a performance coming from this CIS squad. What can you say about it? 21 kills. What a phenomenal performance.
We had like 2 or 3 hard shifts. Very awkward zone over there. We saw a lot of teams forced to leave Yesnaya. We saw a couple teams kind of going all the way up there to Stalber. So very awkward zones for sure. That's going to be game 1. So we're going to send it to a quick commercial break and then the desk.
I'm not gonna lie, that was not only a battleground in-game, we were having our own BR happening in our chat, watching that game, our 3 picks surviving into the top 4. But of course, who went out first? This guy.
Yours.
Come on. Dude. You can't be proud of that, Glitter. You're one guy, Slixy survived just by snaking the entire time. How are you proud of that? My boys were fighting.
What do you mean I can't be proud of that? He outlived some of the most aggressive teams we've seen so far, and they were all going against each other. And no one knew where he was. And in that whole debacle, he was putting out damage. He was getting knocks by himself. I am more than proud of that.
I'm counting myself
and to be fair,
second place here because I got 3rd overall here.
Yeah, you did. Hey, points count, right? That's what we're basing it on. So congratulations, Jason. You beat Glitter. But guess what? My pick, Lips Esports, was able to go ahead and get second place. But let's go ahead and actually talk a little bit more about the winner. KONINA Power getting 21 kills. I think that is huge. Even if it's just sitting, this is a team that yesterday, they had an amazing first match, but then they kind of fell off. So hopefully they can bring that momentum that they just got from this game and carry it on to the other games they're going to be playing, because it was amazing to watch. And I think at one point, let's see here, where's currently, Nova was actually between the top 8 as well. There was just so much action going on, and I know we had our little banter while watching the match as well, trying to see which team was going to go out first, the ones that picked. So just to remind you at home, if you're just watching,